Bom, pessoal, como eu estava falando um pouco antes, a gente está vendo aí como estão as classificações dos times. Está vendo que o time da SK no grupo A está com 2 vitórias, o time da Game está 1-1. Lá no grupo B nós temos os líderes Virtus Pro em primeiro com 2 vitórias, a Liquid com 1, o time da Big e o time da Envyus ambos com derrotas. É claro que, como eu disse, as duas estão competindo agora. O terceiro mapa vai ser o mapa Train. A primeira vitória no mapa do Inferno foi para o time da Envyus e na Mirage já foi no caso do time da Big. E agora vamos para o confronto final, e é claro que isso vai ajudar a definir quem fica em terceiro nessa etapa de grupos. Voltamos daqui a pouco com análise em inglês da última partida agora no mapa da Mirage, e depois com a partida completa do time da Big contra o time da Envyus Game. Voltamos já.
Yep.
Primeira partida.
The CT side, from what I can see right now, we are getting into this one, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to have big, I would say, big. Very warm, actually a very sunny welcome back to Mykonos. This is the ESG Tour Mykonos presented by Betway, and we're all tied up in game number 2 today between Big and Envy. Big have managed to pull it back. We're back with Lerpis and Thorin once more. Duncan, good performance by Big.
Yeah, well, this is actually one of the maps where they show they have tactics, they know how to play the map. This is one of the key things in Counter-Strike, especially when you're on the CT side. Even though we were saying, like, in some games it can be about firepower, can you hold the spots down? In some teamwork can get a lot done as well, though, as you saw here in this particular game. And obviously Envyus don't look like they're very drilled on the T side. They don't really look like they know what they're doing there. They were living off hopefully having a huge CT half, I think.
Yeah, I think the weird thing about this is that if we said that Big was strategically good, Tommy, didn't see it on Inferno when we expected it, and now we do see it. So I think maybe Envy are in a little bit of shock here.
Well, I think it's not necessarily on Big's part. I think it's more so Envyus had more to go with on Inferno in terms of their individual skill. They played better, they picked better firefights, and on Mirage they couldn't really dictate the style of play.
Okay. Any bright spots from Envy?
To me, actually,
Yeah, you're both kind of struggling a bit.
We found out that RPK is the opera and Envy.
to me,
That's valuable.
Which is worrying, frankly.
it's beyond obvious to me that they had
look at
no
this.
clue what they were doing. That went for so many double op setups. That they went for so many bizarre alt buys and generally looked like a team who was like usually what teams do when they're really confused is they just try and force the action all the time. They try and make things work that because they're trying to cut off all the decisions that they don't want to have to make because they can't. So I don't want to take too much away from Envy's on that one. I didn't expect them to win that. The permaban for a long time. I'd put him more on Big there. I think just did a good held serve, and now we go to the decider.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to talk about training in just a minute. Before we do that, why don't we check in with the boys in blue? Envyus spoke to us a couple of days ago on their thoughts headed to Mykonos.
Yeah, when we arrived in Mykonos, I know it would be hard to get out to enjoy ourselves and still be able to compete at the same time. I think we're lucky that we experienced Beyond the Summit tournament, where it was more or less the same. So going in to
my team and stuff like that, so we're still figuring out, and even though it's been 6-7 months, I don't think I'm like at 100% still, and I just want to like reach the level I had in G2, and I hope I will do that.
So the last 12 months for me, it was pretty hard, I will not lie. Very behind my teammates. Like I have the feeling sometimes we lost because of me. So we work pretty hard, and we have a lot of stuff to improve, I think, and we just work on it. Hopefully now it's better, and we will work again, and we will grow up as a team, I think, and individually. I have a lot of stuff to do because, you know, there is some guys like Kenny, Fallen, and they are very far. But I will come, for sure.
G2 winning tournaments might be a little more motivation because obviously we all know them, we know how they play, we know we have like when we play against them, we are really close to beating them. So yeah, it's a bit of a motivation, but I try not to think about it. What we want to do, what we want to achieve is beating European teams, Brazilian teams, like anyone else basically than G2, right? So yeah, we really are focused on ourselves right now. So great for them, but we keep working.
And back.
Okay, Envy's thoughts on headed in. I think we may have seen that one before, but apologies for that. Anyway, hearing that the players are almost ready. So let's just get final thoughts from you two as we head into the third map. You said earlier on it's going to be 2-1 at Big. You stick by that?
Yeah, I do. I actually think this is another map where, I've said it before earlier in the day, I think this is a tough map to play if you don't have good tactics on the T side. I'm very skeptical about Envyus on this. I mean, they already played it earlier on, and we saw Happy was doing his patented lurking. He calls it lurking. I'm going to use his words. I don't have a lot of faith in it, whereas actually I think Big's got a pretty good T side. They're not a fantastic team, but I'd certainly like some of the, they've got some really interesting Molotovs and smokes on the outside in the pop dog area, so I'm thinking Big's going to take this one with team play, with tactics.
All right, Tommy?
I think Big are definitely favourite, but they do require another good showing from both Tabson and Nex.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's head back to our commentators for the third and final decisive map to see who stays alive here at ESG Tour Mykonos.
Thank you very much, Paul. Yes, we will see who will survive and who will go home. Or maybe to sunbathe, who knows?
Yeah,
I'm thinking that would be the more preferable option. You don't want to leave this luxurious lifestyle, do you? It will be Train to finish things off, and a really disappointing showing there on Mirage from the Envyus boys, but much better from Big. They looked really out of their depth on Inferno, but Train, I'm not sure. Maybe they can bounce back and actually win the series here.
I mean, yeah, you heard from the desk, albeit briefly, that this is a map you need strategy on. We saw what big looked like with strategy, and I like that. I mean, it's a good look for them.
Yeah.
The question does remain is you know, what Envy are going to be bringing to the table? Because for me, it's an unknown entity. Of course, I imagine for others it won't be. I haven't seen the new Envy on train. Haven't had the opportunity to see them. Haven't been at the majority of the tournaments that I've been at I've had the opportunity to be at.
Oh, you've been at the big ones, yeah?
I guess, yeah. Envy haven't quite made it to the grand stage. They were at Malmö, but they got eliminated by G2. Yeah. We actually didn't get to see too much of them. The game sound is so loud I can't even hear myself talk.
Why can we hear them so much?
I am shouting as loud as I can, and yet still
I don't know why we can hear the game sound so much, but it's kind of building the anticipation of the game. You get the
Sorry?
AKs thundering through.
What'd you say?
And the AKs and the orbs and everything just doing work, and it's going to be setting the tone for this game, I think. Train, as we take things a little bit more quieter.
Oh, there it is.
The relaxed atmosphere. You can see everyone enjoying themselves by the pool in the
Chilling.
30 degrees heat, the palm trees. No one else around for miles.
It is
100 meters.
Peaceful, I think is the word. Certainly not in the server, though, because these guys are on death's door. Oh, we have a knife round. I guess for the decider, you have to knife aside.
Do you want to cast a knife round? Do you want to do like a rap god sort of thing?
A rap god thing? Oh, when I speak really quick. I did used to do that, didn't I?
Why don't you give it a go?
Only if you drop me a sick beat, Henry.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. We'll wait for them to start.
What kind of tempo do you want?
I mean, you know, what kind of speed do you want from me?
Really, really fast.
Okay, let's hit the beat then. We're on train here, and they're going to be on track to get some knives out. They're going to be doing it for the stamp. You can see next is going to get first. They've got, no, it's XMG. It's nice, SMG. That's the sponsor. What am I talking about? Scream's going to get one. It's going to be tapped him down. Happy another one. He's not going to be happy now because it's going to be a team kill. He's going to be absolutely have a huge smile on his face. It's going to be around. It's going to be get the knife here on train third map. Woo!
Was that good?
It was bad, actually, really bad.
Really bad.
No, that doesn't belong anywhere other than in the bin. But we tried, and that's what's important is that you try sometimes. You swing.
You got to take every opportunity you can to make something.
Estamos de volta acompanhando diversos do time da Envyus pela ESG Tour 2017. O time da Envyus ganhou o primeiro mapa no jogo da Inferno. Já o time da Big ganhou o segundo mapa. O time da Big ganhou o segundo mapa na Mirage. Então tá 1 a 1. Agora vamos para o terceiro mapa, que é o mapa da Tour. Vamos para o terceiro mapa, que é o mapa da Train. Já vamos começando, está vendo que o time da Envyus está de 10, vem em posicionamento para tentar entrar ali na B. Recebendo um RPK, fazendo a entrada com calma. Tabson tenta a primeira inicialização, se quiser consegue a kill, finalizando ele ali muito bem. O RPK fez uma belíssima, puxou bem ali, conseguiu enganar bem o Tabson para fazer a kill ali. O Sixer está vendo a inicialização ali no bombear, a rotação, está vendo o Lex acaba tendo que recuar, tentar kill em cima do XMS, não consegue finalizar, o Screen consegue kill em cima do Kiv, está vendo o Nex tenta ali chegando perto, não consegue finalizar o Rap, o Sixer finaliza o Goblin, lá em cima quase finalizando a NBK, vai na faca, quase conseguiu finalizar o Screen, acabou conseguindo a kill em cima dele, consegue o primeiro ponto aqui o time da Envyus em cima do time da Big.
Who's your favorite Envyus player?
Favorite Envyus player? Probably quite quickly and easily has to be RPK.
Oh, okay. Not Scream. He's normally the fan favorite, the poster boy.
Perhaps, but I think RPK has, there was a couple of games, the end of last season, where we did get to see, a retro RPK, and when he gets going, this whole tank meme is totally justified. I mean, he just walks into sight.
At one point, Alex, he was the best player in the entire planet, right?
He's outrageous. Sometimes he just truly.
Tá vendo o Gobi ali perto da escada? Você viu que o RPK jogou uma HI lá para tentar minimizar a movimentação dele. O RPK que está jogando muito bem esses 3 mapas até agora. Que belíssimo kill ali o Legend em cima do Screen. Com o seu Deagle finalizando bem. Está vendo? Acabou que o XMS consegue a contra kill. Consegue finalizar o Legend enquanto esse XMS fica ali bem posicionado, aguardando movimentação. O Rap acaba recuando. Lá em cima da escada tá o Rap só esperando se vai aparecer alguém. Talvez o Tepsen vai subir. O Gobi acaba morrendo ali pro XMS. Acabou avançando um pouco demais ali o Gobi. Tá vendo o RPK lá em cima na entrada da B. Tá vendo? Ele tá tentando fazer a kill em cima ali do Tepsen. Consegue finalizar tranquilamente. Tá vendo a rotação dos dois times. Agora o Sixer vai botar a bomba no chão. Você vai vendo. Consegue a kill em cima do Next XMS. E fica só o Kiv lá no bombear sozinho com a sua Ligo, esperando para ver se vai conseguir uma arma. Vai indo lá em direção à base terror. Enquanto isso, vai aguardando, ficando tranquilo, ver o que ele pode pegar. Conseguiu pegar uma arma ali. Fica tranquilo. Está vendo que o Sixer tá ali bem posicionado também. Agora sim o Kiv continua lá, tranquilo, esperando para ver se alguém vai vir para cima dele. E nada. 2 a 0 para o time da Envyus. Consegue executar bem o segundo round de TR ali, o time da Envyus Game. Vamos ver um replay ali daquela Deagle. Ó, que belíssima bala que deu ali o lag em cima do screen. Conseguiu finalizar ele. Mais um eco por time da Big. Enquanto o time da Envyus vem ali com 2 AKs. E alguns SGs. Tá vendo ali o Sixer esperando para ver se alguém vai avançar ali na entrada ali. Por enquanto nada. O RPK fica ali aguardando na B. Rotação do time da Big. Eles estão precavidos, é claro. Mesmo sendo um eco, eles vão devagar, vão com calma. Ali joga na escada uma HE screen ali. Enquanto isso eles vão fazendo a entrada na B, vão com calma. Ali o Rap, você tá vendo ali, recuando um pouco. O RPK vai vendo se alguém vai avançando ali para pegar na B, no topo da B. Sobe no XMS, aguardando na entradinha de baixo. Tem 3 jogadores da Big lá na B. O Gobi está posicionado com o seu USP. Pode pegar o RPK, mesmo ele estando de AK. Não, desculpa, ele não está de AK, gente, foi mal. AK é só o Sixer e o Screen. Tá vendo o Rap fazer movimentação ali no bombear, não tem ninguém. Ele pode ser grande essa jogada dele, ele vem vindo entrando ali pela conexão, ele pode pegar bem ali o Ledger, agora vai fazendo rotação. Consegue a primeira kill sendo Gobi, o Leg já vai por baixo, acaba ficando atrás daquele vagão ali. Enquanto isso o RPK ali está esperando a movimentação, consegue a primeira kill em cima do Teps, a segunda em cima do Kiv, que avançaram muito forte. O Rap consegue a kill no Leg e por fim ficou ali o Next, que consegue a kill em cima do Rap. Até impressionante. O bomb tá lá no ar, como vocês viram. O Screen finaliza ali o Next, que estava rotacionando para bombear. Consegue 3 a 0, perdendo apenas o Rap.
Yeah, I just can't grow facially. I think that's why I'm jealous.
I like your little chin strap.
Yeah.
Keeps the chin warm in the winter months.
This is all I can grow, so I grow it like every couple of months or so, just to remind people there is something going on.
Yeah. When's November again? Oh yeah.
November, mate. 1st November.
Just get my head around it.
It's working.
When's Mauve September?
Tá vendo a entrada do bombear, vai vindo pela conexão, a RPK vai vindo movimentando, o Screen já tá no bombear, já vai fazer uma entrada rápida, acaba morrendo ali pro Kiv que tava de Alp. Agora o time da Big já vem armada, depois de 3 rounds, vem a XMS tentar fazer a entrada ali, consegue a kill em cima do Kiv, acaba que acaba morrendo, quase consegue a kill em cima do Nex, acaba morrendo, o Nex consegue uma double kill menos, o Tex consegue finalizar ali o Rap. Nex ficou com 25, quase que ele morreu, ainda conseguiu mais uma kill. O Sixer vai rotacionando, tem uma smoke na frente dele, você tá vendo 2x1, tenta matar o Tabson não consegue a kill, ele faz a rotação, quase consegue matar 34, 25 de vida cada um, 3 a 1, a Big consegue executar bem o seu armado pra cima do time da Envyus. Mas é claro que o time da Envyus vai vir armado para esse quinto round. Eles estavam sem nenhuma AWP, eles estavam um semi-armado, né? Agora sim armado totalmente com uma AWP na mão de Sixer. E por parte ali da Big não temos Alpers por enquanto. O Kivi acabou morrendo, perdeu sua Alp. Você vê a Screen novamente agressivo vindo ali na entrada. Tenta fazer aqui em cima do Leg. O Leg já acaba conseguindo aqui. O Tepsi inicializando. O XMS consegue aqui em cima do Kivi, mas acaba morrendo pro Tepsi. O Sixer consegue finalizar ele no contra kill. Em poucos segundos a gente já tem bastante kills. O Rap vai vir em cima do trem. 3x2. Ele já viu um pulando ali em cima. Tenta aqui, tem um atrás dele. Pode morrer, acaba morrendo pro Lecture. Não olhou para trás. No Sixer 3x1. Ele é o Alper do time. Ele tá com a bomba. Tenta fazer a kill em cima do Lecture. Acaba ficando. Desculpa, do Nex, que estava um pouquinho mais posicionado para a direita. Agora sim, o Sixer vai tentando movimentação. Na hora que vai fazer a flash, o Nex leu bem e conseguiu a kill.
Next takes the fight. And we do see Big get 2 in a row now. That bonus round and the following, neither of which have worked out for Envy. Now this should be a full
3x2. Agora o time da Envyus vai ser obrigado a fazer um eco seco. Acabou que ficou com uma Deagle do Screen, vendo uma flash nas mãos do XMS com o Tech 9. Enquanto isso, o time da Big está ali firme e forte com bastante granada, vai segurar bem a movimentação, já consegue a primeira kill em cima do Rap ali. O Next, já vai a tentativa ali pelo bombear, você vai vendo que vai conseguindo o golpe ali no spray, consegue uma kill em cima do FPK, o Leg já consegue uma kill também, acabou morrendo com o screen de Deagle, mas consegue a contra kill e finaliza 3x3. Envyus e a Big empatadas, agora 3x, agora sim vamos ver uma forçada do time da Envyus ali, depois dessa
save from Envyus that round. They knew they had enough money to go into this one with the full buy. The AKs, the AWPs as well, the utility. So looking to shut down Big.
Tivemos um pequeno problema, então voltamos agora. Agora está vendo 3x3. O time da Envyus e da Big. Agora sim o time da Envyus vai vir com 5 AKs ali, totalmente comprada nesse round. Já vem a tentativa de entrar ali já na entrada da B. Fica ali esperando um spray em cima daquela smoke. Lá embaixo na escada você está vendo o golpe tentando pegar alguém. O Rap estava ali, vai fazendo a rotação. O Leg já lá no final no túnel ali. Agora no bomb site A. A RPK fica esperando alguém ali. Tá quase. Tomou um HE. Tomou uma HE bonita. Agora a RPK forçado a ficar mais recuado. O golpe tá ali embaixo da escada, está vendo a movimentação do Sixer. Uma smoke na frente dele, pode ser muito perigosa essa movimentação dele. Ele vai vindo com calma, tenta fazer entrativo na A. O Leg já acaba conseguindo uma kill, 2 kills ali, finalizando o XMS também. O RPK consegue uma contra kill, acaba morrendo ali pro Taps. Tá vendo a movimentação do Sixer que podia ter morrido ali. Acaba fazendo a entrada, ninguém contesta, ele fica em cima da escada. Tenta conseguir a primeira kill, não consegue. Você está vendo ali, tá do seu lado esquerdo, não consegue visualização. Kill consegue a kill e o Leg finaliza o Rap 4x3. Eles viram a partida, estava 3x0 pro time da Envyus, 4x3 agora pro time da Big. Enquanto isso, você está vendo o belíssimo local onde estão acontecendo os jogos, com a piscina. Os jogadores estão bem servidos ali. Num clima muito bom para essa partida. 4x3, pause técnico para o time da Envyus.
Envyus not looking too infused right now. Going to round number 8, they have to take another eco here. It's big, you're absolutely right. Since the gun rounds have begun going down 3-0, they've looked like the much better team. It's just Envyus throwing everything at them in terms of those fast-paced tactics. Every single round, defaults and then into executions, nothing really working for them. Golby looks fired up now. This is an elimination game for anyone who's not really aware. It's Big, after getting battered on Inferno, will be coming back on Mirage, and now on the lead here on Train.
Was fired up, still has yet to join the scoreboard.
And try and really confuse the CTs. You get a trade. Hopefully the CT's only get one frag. You go towards the left-hand side as you come out of
Mas agora tá tudo bem.
That's a kill. Now you go in, dumping.
4-3 pro time da Big. Você vê a entrada ali do time da Envyus. Consegue a primeira kill no screen da Digo. Acaba finalizando. Consegue 3 kills next ali. Tranquilamente ali no, em cima do eco do time da Envyus. Agora a entrada do RPK. Consegue a kill em cima do Kiv. E a gente não pode ir na parte de baixo. Você está vendo que o Tepsin estava ali posicionado. Pode conseguir aqui.
Okay, well that's fine.
Dream complete. 1 second, if not even half a second away from getting extra cash in the Envyus pockets, and they could have used it as well. A couple of nades short, perhaps, for a few of them. XMS certainly won't get the full nades.
So after getting 1 round on the board, after losing 5 in a row, Envyus in turmoil once again. No double orb set up here for the T side. I'll look at the frag charts to see who's underperforming. 6 unhappy at the bottom again, Alex.
It's not how it should be.
No, it's really a little bit of a shame considering it's his train. Again, we said Mirage Orb Syndrome. This is the pinnacle of AWPing situations, train. And not really getting anything done. It's going to be RPK. Finds himself at the end of the barrel of the gears. Famus and Nex is about to get 2 or 3 frags here. The perfect position, he smokes them out as well. They've got to commit. They'll fall back towards T-Spawn. They were about to get mowed down. Probably was the correct call in the end, but now on a 5-on-4, and Legia finds his second frag, making them look like foolish at this point. 1 by 1. And Tabson's actually all the way towards T-Spawn.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh. Round over. Yeah, no doubt.
Certainly feels like it. Keys maybe ending it before he even arrives on the scene. Connects onto Scream. Leggy is holding close to Old Heaven. And there's the flank that we've been waiting for. Tabson will take his head. There's no doubt in my mind he was going to hit that. So just 6er left with everything to do. 4 players ready and waiting to find them. There's bullets flying left and right. This is more of a time to reflect and say, guys, why on earth do we only have 4 rounds? 8-4 the score. Or at least it will be unless 6er blows our minds here. He's waiting for them to push him. He wants just a way into this round, and Keev's not going to give it to him. An AWP connects towards Ivy. 6er was left to his own devices, and he does fall. So 8-4 then, we're left wondering where the Envy side are. They're going to be on a half buy, if not an eco here.
They were 3-0 up, just to note as well. They actually did win the pistol here, the Envious side. 1 gun round so far, and it's big. Just running away with this one. Like I said, making them look foolish at times as well. Envious has have no response to a very basic game from Big. They've shown 1 aggressive round so far, and it's Big that have been gifted rounds. The clutches, it just looks woeful, I would say, from Envious so far. They're not turning up as a unit. Like the big players aren't really, I say big players, the main players from Envious aren't really showing up. It's always a bit of a trap.
It is, you've got to watch out. You realise how much you say big when you cast big.
Well, PT50s across the board here for the French side.
Imagine a team being called Frag.
Yeah, that would not
I would hate them.
We've got E-Frag here.
Yeah, unfortunately not playing.
He used to have a team.
There's the chance for Kiev. Looks like it's going to be RPK who actually gets enough of a room to maneuver for a plant. The nade is great, but still, that's the bomb down. Envy could not have asked for anything more. They've even got an AK, and there's the second nade. That should be a couple of players down. Yep, Scream gets dunked. And Godby should be finishing this one off, as will Nex. Happy's just, well, happy that the bomb went down. And now he's just going to, oh, maybe that smoke's giving him a way out. He's going to just stand. Happy, happy, happy.
He can actually win this.
He's going to stab them. Oh, God, XMS escaped just for now. He's surely going to get found in the smoke. Cheeky bean. Couple of backstabs, and we could have seen the most ridiculous clutch of the year. Fortunately, Big are not falling for any of those goofs and gaffs.
Wasn't meant to be. We certainly had chance. If he gets that one stab and then jumps up,
yeah,
could have actually fallen apart.
Imagine if he gets the weapon as well. Oh, man. As soon as nades start raining down, you want to get up that ladder, but XMS is just ready to behead him. Should he take that gamble? It must be so hard to keep your concentration holding an angle like this, Henry.
Normally, most players holding those sort of angles will move very slightly to keep the muscle memory going and kind of keep your brain occupied.
Active,
while you're doing it. Yeah. But holding still like that, yeah, definitely can be caught off guard. Towards the other ramp we go. Keep to defend this time, and defend he will not. 6er takes him down. They go back towards Outer though, and Legia, he could be the saboteur here. Lying in the way, flashbang comes through, dodges that. For 2 kills, another flash comes through, that gets him. Down he goes. Oh, no way, almost with a double spray down. How does the AWP win that duel?
Sprays them 1, nearly a 2. While fully flashed, the bomb will be going down. Actually, Nex had a chance to shoot him through the train there. X-Ray giving us a little bit too much insight there. Either way, Nex, you've been fantastic, especially on that second map, Mirage. Can you give us the 1v2? We have the perfect 1v1 for him as well. He's got a smoke. He could be trying to draw out the fire. He's going to get info. He knows exactly where he is now. Scream has provided all the information necessary. Scream's going for it. The nade from Nex could bring him down. One more bullet, but Nex is he holding it? He is. We don't have the defuse time, but Nex is holding it. He's going to be going for it. It looks good. And Big Clan will take it in the end. Perhaps the nade sowed enough of a doubt, a seed of doubt for Scream that they were going to be going for the hunt. And that's going to be double digits. Big Clan, their battle for survival is putting smiles on their faces. Quite the contrary for the French. You can see Envy 4 rounds to the good in our third map, and they do not seem to be all smiles and giggles just yet.
We do have a full buyer from Envyus with the bomb down in the full loss bonus. Double AWP setup once again. I have to keep questioning that. Doesn't seem to be working out for them, and they're getting picked off one by one, but Archie fighting back. This is the key frag now. Keeve gets it, finds the tank, and now 4 on 3.
Keeve 11 frags. Been doing better and better as this game and the series has continued. Now Legia through the smoke, needs it, gets it, and continues to try and transfer. Well aware that there could have been a trade. Instead, it's going to be Nex to just line up another one. Very precise work with the M4. The man who picked up that 1v2 and Scream's down. You can see his reaction as well. He is not feeling the vibe of this first half. It's not gone well for Envy. 3 rounds off the back of the pistol, and then just 1 sandwiched in somewhere in the chaos of Big's defense.
Yeah, it's not looking very good at all, I have to say, Alex. Feels like Envyus' run of this tournament is almost over. They've got nothing left. This is not an Envyus team. This is not a team that's competing for the world.
Everyone is doing exactly what they should be here for Big, and it has been the case for the last 2 maps. The analysts pleasantly surprised by their performance on Mirage, and now we get to see them even perhaps exceeding that here on Train. Ardus Cider.
It's never that easy, though, Alex. It's never that easy.
It's never as easy as it should be.
No way they win this pistol.
Just because of Counter-Strike?
Yeah. Like, you feel like, yeah, right, that's it. We've done enough. We're going to make it. Envyus will win the pistol. This will probably end up being a 16-14 game.
I can feel it in my fingers.
Feeling your toes?
Yeah. Christmas is all around me.
Don't think that's the lyric.
Love Actually.
Love is all around me.
Love is all around me. Yeah, but I thought you did Christmas is all around me as like the...
Did they?
The Love Actually thing.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Oh.
Christmas is all around
Yeah,
me.
he did it's Bill Nye. He does like a remake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Fair
kind of
enough.
funny.
There we go.
I watch that movie every Christmas.
It doesn't surprise me. Very flamboyant chap. Very dandy.
Makes me feel lonely. That's why that silence
Makes me feel lonely.
I don't really wanted that silence to go on forever.
40 seconds remaining. Big. Coming in towards the inside bomb site. Smokes to be deployed, presumably towards the connector. Then Molotov, the post-one situation, but both smokes going in. First and second tracks. RPK locked out of situation, has to pull back, reconsider. Like I said, the second track under fire as well. The flashbang's brutal. Happy can't do anything about it, but he has got a chance now. There's the shot. Takes down Tapson, one of the key scalps of the big side.
He needed that. Tapson down. Now this is where Envy have a chance. Unfortunately, the flashes are keeping them at bay as the bomb goes down. Keith even finds cover. This is going to be problematic for the CTs. RPK has to make the play, and he realizes that. Mounts the train, starts to go aggressive, starts to try and find those heads, and he does. God B down, now onto Keeve. So much pressure mounting on this player, and Henry's having a heart attack, as will Keeve. XMS then strikes, and Legia continues to frag. He's had a great train. Now 1 versus 1. Nex has made it all the winnable for Big. This is Envy's chance, and Nex is starting to dwindle it down, whittle it away. Scream. Tagged again.
Play the bomb.
Nex isn't going to fall for these silly games. It takes him down eventually, slight delay.
Replay getting in there first.
12-4. And you said it wasn't going to happen, but I guess the second round is the next hurdle to overcome.
That seemed like it was an envious round. He goes
felt like
inside. Happy hits the first shot. RPK at the second, and the gear. And Nex come to life. I thought Nex went through that. You want to play for that bomb every time that situation. Scream, you can see him floundering, trying to pick up the kit. Time is ticking away. Just make sure he has to tap it. If he has to run around and commit to you, he's going to lose around regardless. Just don't give him anything to work with there. Nex went for the challenge. Luckily, peppered him up a little bit more. And it will be 12-4. Big on the precipice now of finding map number 3. Round number 17, there will be the force buy from Envyus. CZ across the board, body armor as well, a few flashbangs to work with. Throughout this tournament, there's been some questionable decisions in the anti-force buy situations, but for now, it's a first frag in favor of Nex, heading towards the bomb side. The bomb will be planted as well. There's another frag, maybe the third coming in as well, but it's Happy and XMS doing something about this. We could have a few more twists and turns in round number 17 here.
We certainly could. Happy, XMS fighting against all odds to bring this round home for Envy. There should not be a chance. You can see that Bigger played this perfectly now. Keeping him at bay. The smoke's even going to make it life difficult for XMS. He can't find the angles he wants. The angles he yearns for. And Happy, yeah, it's a consolation frag at this point. We do see 13 on the board. They make it costly. But it feels like Big are starting to close in on a semi-final spot.
Absolutely. That was pretty much the round. Signs of life in the swimming pool there. You can see it's Nico enjoying himself. I
He's
can't make
taking a
out
dip.
the other one. I think it's Snappy. Can't really tell. But the Heroic enjoying himself. Still jovial scenes.
Jovial.
Yeah, from the Danish camp.
I'm excited to take a dip after this. I'm sure Big will too in celebration. It's a huge bump in prize pool, and you survive in the tournament. More chances to play your favorite game here in a glorious location. Now XMS, this is an angle you don't often see people take, but that's perfect. Tabson was going for an aggressive Molotov, and the unpredictability of that is rewarded.
It's away, aren't they? One by one, facing the choke point. Still need to be very careful. Even though it's an eco, they're still going at it. Just go together, boys. Drop the utility. You're walking out of key choke points, lying main entrance, and towards the other round, getting packed up one by one. This is over. Envyus win this round for sure. That's an absolute nightmare. Embarrassing Counter-Strike there from the big side. That's shameful.
And that could be
just getting ahead of yourself. You think, oh, this round's done. They've only got USPs and no armor. Let's just go out one by one. We'll find the frags. I'll be the superstar this time. It's really disappointing.
You get to see, like, I like that cut. You get to see Biggs just kind of processing. No one talking, no one on the mic, just awkwardly stewing in that.
Drop the default. Use the utility. Get the smokes out there. There's no reason to find a frag in the first 5 seconds. That doesn't have to happen. You're giving them an opportunity to find that first kill, which they do. Then you panic. Someone else tries to find a kill on the other side of the map. They get dinked up. There's just no need for it.
It does spiral out of control quickly. And with this round, it should be quite the contrary. It should be open, and it should be shut by Envy. Molotov stops God B from getting anything early. You just kind of have to sit back and relax and let this round go to 6. Envy full rifles, even a UMP, maybe Happy can get an extra bit of cash for the long run. I mean, it would be a long run to come back in this one, but Tabson had 6 and not been there. It could have been glorious, but all Scream's giving us a prime display of the aim we know and love. It could have been 4. I think Happy's going to steal it away from him to get an extra 600 in the bank. But Scream, 3 frags, neat, tidy, and gets 12 in total.
Back into this now. Big Clan giving them an opportunity for sure. All stems from that disastrous approach in the anti-eco. Anti-eco, not even anti-force buy, anti-eco. It's an elimination game. You need to have your head screwed on in those rounds.
You just want to get it done at this point, don't you? If you're big, you're just like, guys, 3 rounds. That's like, what, 6 minutes of gameplay if you actually do it right?
Yeah.
It feels so close. It's like it's just out of reach at your fingertips. Like he was lining up a smoke. Perhaps that's indicative of where these guys are going to be pushing. And actually, Tamsin's blood there catches Scream, and even the tags all the way through Ivy with a blind spray through the smoke. As they do start to take up, 4 players starting to flood into the site now as A site's starting to become big. It's a 4 versus 4, looking to level, 4 versus 5 as my eyes deceive me. Kiev, however, catches XMS. And this is what Big needed, a bit of a flurry of aggression. They just flood the site and the frags come too.
Yeah, 6 in now, can't win the round, but trying to cause economic turmoil for the T side. If he finds a couple more kills, it could help out, but looks like now they know exactly where he is, no need to face his play for the bomb, and it should be absolutely fine. Round number 20 will indeed be going in favor of the big side. 14-6 now. And 6 up, looking at 6s and 7s, if you will. Yeah?
I'll take it. So he's going to be keeping hold of that one. He's still got Nexus AK to play with. Their money is fine. Envy will be coming into this next round, all guns blazing, but bigger step forward. Been a while. 2 now in a row for Envy. Finally, big respond.
More fun by the pool.
Just chilling, killing. See HLTV there, joining the Vape Nation.
Respect.
We love you, Striker. Wow. Okay, 2 rounds to Big. Let's see if you can finish this one with a nice and crispy finish. It's going to be a double AWP coming in from Envy, and that could be problematic. We've seen just how much damage.
Oh, is that a wallbang again?
Has he done it back
No way.
to him? No, he has.
It's happened again.
The same wallbang 2 times in one game of Train. There's nothing you can do about that.
It's like the cash wallbang on a body. It's like one of those, the timing. It's not as OP, but I've only ever seen that work like maybe 3 times ever.
But when it does work, you've done nothing. You're safe the entire time.
Yeah. You can, to be fair, though, it's not as OP as the cash one because you can wall back in response from the CD side. You can pre-fire yourself and kill them in response. But yeah, it's...
You can see the bullet mark, look. He was just looking at the wall. You can see where that frag went down. And that is just disastrous. They're probably just going to keep hold of these and play for OT. I mean, it's a horrible circumstances, Henry, but I mean, I can't see an alternative.
They have to save. You're not going to win this round 4-on-2. Double AWPs to retake as well. One of the most difficult maps to retake bomb sites on, especially when the numbers are against you. 2 AWPs in hand. This double AWP setup has been the unraveling of Envyus generally. I can't think of a single round where the double AWPs for Envyus has been successful. I just thought, oh, that's looked really, really good.
XMS has to keep this AWP safe. Flash is great, keeps them back. tabseN will go down, and oh, I have a horrible feeling. They're both being hunted down. They're like ravenous animals. They want to take this AWP. Keeps trying to stab him. He's trying to stab him, and he will. Plunges his knife into the ribcage of Sixer, and another AWP gone. 15 then to 6.
Stun in the eyes, but he doesn't mind. Kiev with the knife, and that could be it. All she wrote for Train, and Envyus once again. Another disappointing finish for them in the tournament, but not over yet. They do say the AWP, it's something to work with yet. Yeah, they've got 9 match points against it as the replay slashing away in the smoke. UMPs are out.
While the sun might be in Kiev's eyes, the future is bright for Big Clan. Aggressive from Kiev, trying to find something early towards Pop Dog. Nothing though. Smoke obscures his view enough for him to just reposition, sit in the corner with a P250. And this is where the going can sometimes get tough for Big. They haven't been known to finish things neat and tidy. Occasionally, just that extra little bit of pressure, knowing that tournament life is on the line, but Envy, of course, multitudes of pressure ahead of them. Shadow reveals XMS location, and yet still finds the frag. Nex had all the warnings, he knew it was coming, but Crosshair wasn't quite there.
Here we go then. A chance for Envyus to get back into the game. 5-on-4 situation. It's XMS to open things up. Screen chimes in as well. tabseN though, always going to be a deadly factor here for the big side. 1 minute remaining. They will be going for the outside split. The bomb is down, of course. It's down the screen to try and defend. Low HP for XMS. Holds the backtracks.
tabseN's going to get challenged by Scream, and tabseN prevails. This could be the way in. It is. XMS down as well. Suddenly a 2v2. This felt like an MV round. XMS started it.
They're off.
And you called it, Henry. They're going for a little bit of this is the guessing game. This is where they just disappear for a moment. They cut noise. Or do they? Actually, picking up the pace. They want to try and head into that inner bomb site before the CTs can get there. They do have a quicker route, though. The avenue for Happy is quicker, but the Molotov will cut him off a connector. They start to rotate for Happy. He lets that sound cue go. And he lets his HP slip away as well, down to 44. Still a 2v2 as they pincer in. RPK from ramp.
Yeah, RPK has to be protagonist here, and there it is. The first headshot comes through. Bomb planted up to tabseN, one of the world's skilled players right now, and he's got 12 HP up against RPK with no kit as well. He has got the utility to work with though as well. Flashbangs, smoke, incendiaries, down to this clutch, which hasn't been working out. This has to be the defuse surely. 10 seconds to work with here. No kit. RPK struggling. Taps the bomb, but he could be playing himself here. tabseN nowhere to be seen. And the final kill comes through. It's another clutch going in favor of the big side, Alex. That's been the headline of this entire game. Envyus have actually played some decent rounds, but 2v1s, 1v1s, about 5 or 6 of them going in favor of the big side. And you really do hate to see that for Envyus. They couldn't get their teeth sunk to this game whatsoever.
Not at all. I mean, this was...